What stopped you from committing suicide? My cat. There have been many times that I've felt like I've suffered enough in life with all the health issues and traumas and that I just wanna rest. Then I feel like, man, even after so much, my body had the strength to not give up, and fight through everything. I mean, gotta respect my body for that. So I gave up on the idea of suicide. I'm allergic to penicillin. Years ago I was gonna drink a bottle I got from my dad's cupboard. It was the only way to seem like an accident, that I misread the bottle. About a minute before I was gonna take it, I got a notification of a video on YouTube from people I was obsessed with, so I watched it. Half out of curiosity and honestly to give me an excuse to hold back time. The video made me laugh to tears, so I watch another one from the same people. My dad heard me laugh from downstairs and came up and watched videos with me for about an hour. When he left, he took the bottle with him, thinking he misplaced it. I was about to do it because 3 weeks prior to that moment I was sexually assaulted by a cousin 6 days in a row. I was 7. I was taking the next bus to the nearest ocean. I was ready to die. It was late on a Tuesday. I finished school and sat in a park for hours on end. I thought that was my day to be happy finally. I was at the bus stop, waiting for the bus I needed didn't come for a long while. There was a crash which stopped it from getting to me on time. An old man on a bus stopped and asked where I was going. I thought he would be a creep, but who cares, I was going anyways, right? I got onto his bus and told him a general area of where I was. He just smiled at me softly, and asked where it was I wanted to go, but I didn't respond. He told me that it gets better, that I was nowhere near reaching my full potential, that I would do amazing things with my life, I just needed to believe I was going to. I don't know how on earth he knew, but I needed him. I never asked his name, but he took me to a train station and told me to have a safe journey home. My little sister took a shit ton of Xanax and just kind of chilled in the bathtub until I passed out. Apparently she noticed how long I had been in there, so she legit knocked the door open and found me. My grandma had called an ambulance and I was taken to the hospital where they got me stabilized. Got a text from my best friend asking to hang out. The thought that if I'm going to die anyways, I might as well do whatever the hell I want in life and then do it. Ironically, doing whatever the hell you want gets you out of depression apparently. I had been depressed since the start of lockdown, as it was also around the time my mind started to expand, and I came to understand the real world isn't all fun and games. Parents were home all the time too, so it was them dropping arguments over how I will grow. These things got to my head, and I had several attempts, most failed due to my stupidity. But I finally stopped them altogether when I had seen the teaser images for Jurassic World Dominion. As a loyal Jurassic Park fan myself, I decided to postpone my final attempt at suicide, and waited for 2 years straight. Skip some boring and restless days of waiting, the movie finally came out, and I go to watch it with my friends. Though most people say it was trash, the ending really left an impact on me, and how I've been pointlessly trying to end my life. So yay, in a way, Jurassic World saved my life, but it doesn't matter anyway since no one will probably believe this story. I was gonna hang myself. A big problem in my past was perfectionism and overthinking. I've managed to overcome those problems for the most part, and they're not as big a hindrance in my life anymore. Those two things though are what saved me a few years ago. I was at my lowest point. It had been about a half a year of the deepest depression I've ever felt. I felt like I was slowly going insane. I began thinking about ways to kill myself. At first it was just passing thoughts. I better fall off the balcony would do it. A belt in my closet door would be a way to do it. But then I actually gave it real thought. I'd honestly hate to scar someone's mind by finding a corpse on the ground outside. A bullet in the head's too messy. Even though it's to end my life, I still hate the thought of cutting myself. Nothing that someone will have to clean up. I don't want my friend to be the one to find me when he comes home. That'd be a real fucked up thing to do to him. Eventually though I hit the bottom. I was just crying in my apartment, and I couldn't stop. I was gonna do it. I had made the decision. I had a blue rope in my car that would do nicely. I would get everything set up, call 911, give them the address, and then do it after hanging up. That solves the problem of my friend being the one to find me. Also, I would do it in a way so I would slowly suffocate, minimal mess. I imagined the rope on my neck, and the thought was so comforting. I imagined it as a warm hug, and then sweet nothingness. I walked to my car to get the rope I had in my trunk. The walk to the parking garage was nice and quiet, my steps had purpose, everything was gonna be over soon. My car wasn't there. I forgot that I had left it at a friend's house. This was years ago, so I can't remember why though. I think it needed some work done or something. Well shit. A belt ain't gonna cut it. I guess I could use a sheet like a rope. Nah, that's dumb. I already decided on the rope. It's that or nothing. Everything from that point on started to get better, and I know now that I really should have sought help when things started getting bad. I just sort of assumed I would get over it, but honestly it wasn't gonna go away on its own. Only after I made that horrible decision and failed to do the deed, did I start making an effort to get better. Pure spite. My body wanted to die so badly that it was all I could think about. I wanted the chronic pain, the vomiting, and the inability to sleep to finally stop, to get some goddamn peace and quiet away from this cursed prison they call a body. I got so angry when I was writing the final pieces of my suicide note. Was I that weak that I let my body control my choices again? I was so fucking done doing what my body wanted, that out of spite I kept on living. I started training and following a diet to get rid of most of the bullshit. Every day my body just screamed to do nothing and sleep for 16 hours again. I put on my braces, grabbed my cane and started hiking in a random direction. Because fuck my body, I am in control, goddammit. And after a struggle of about 12 years I can finally say with confidence that I do not think about killing myself every day. My dog. I couldn't just leave him like that in the end. There was this beautiful, innocent and pure creature who relied on me and who loved me unconditionally. I couldn't bear the thought of what might happen to him. I chose to commit to that path, so he literally gave me a very good reason to carry on, and I'll always be grateful to him for that. A promise that I made to my mother. She used to be a police dispatcher and she dealt with all kinds of calls. One day she received a call from a distraught parent that found their child after they removed themselves from life. She sat me down and had a heart-to-heart conversation with me that evening. She said, "Baby, I know that your life is no bed of roses. I do know you're not the happiest right now, but please don't ever do that to me. You would not only be snatching away your own opportunities, but you'll be killing your mama in the process. I hate to think that I am helping others every day on that damned phone and I couldn't even save my own child." She knew, if I made a promise, that I was going to do my best to keep it. When she passed away a few years ago, I wanted to say my promise was fulfilled. Yet that feeling came in and began eating at me. Your promise didn't end just because mom did. So that, and music from ICP has me still here today. Religion. The idea that my daughter would grow up without her mother from a baby. First time parenthood going in and out of lockdowns was rough. Comments have me on the verge of tears. And that's saying quite a bit. I haven't cried in a very long time. Hope everyone is doing better now. Because no matter what you die. You could take the easy way out, sure. But wasting the one life you get doesn't seem smart. I've had a few people in my life commit suicide and sometimes I wish I could join them. But I know one day, no matter how much or how little I achieve in life, I will inevitably die, and that alone gives me comfort to finish out this meaningless drag of an existence. This is not very interesting, but my online friend saved me. She's like a mother figure to me and I'm happy I have her. My mom. Just couldn't. I would get close, then a part of me would think of her finding my body. And I just couldn't. My girlfriend. She is the best person I've ever met in my whole life. She gave me so much quality in life again. Baby, if you read this, I love you less than 3. Tupac song lyrics. And when I held at 9, all I could see was my mama's eyes. Thinking about the pain I would cause my mum gave me the strength to change my life. I didn't want my dog to be alone, and I didn't want to burden any friends with having to take responsibility of him. He's the only reason I'm here today, and while I'm doing much better now, I'm afraid of what will happen when he's gone. You can always do it tomorrow, so why not live today? I was a kid in middle school and I just wanted to die. Chronic depression, being bullied by almost an entire class. You know it's fucked up when Columbine happens and your classmates are sitting there joking that they've fucked with you so much that you're probably going to come to school and shoot them up too. They taunted me with that idea here and there, and not just a few jerks. But I knew if I killed myself, it would absolutely destroy my mom and dad who have absolute unconditional love for me. It would especially destroy my mom, who has dealt with chronic depression herself and has been understanding and supportive when I tell her I am going through a rough time mentally. Even though they divorced before I went into elementary school, they've always been there for me together and have done wonders for each other as well. They still love each other and want to be together, but it's complicated. They're my best friends, and I love calling them up to joke with them about general stuff here and there.